riding, it's a big tall hills, big fat checks, big large bills, burn out flip like 10 car wheels. Hold that, give raw chills, 10 different looks and my looks so cute. At the in the mouth, I feel all grills, eat in the car, that's your song bills.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Shelby. So I thought I'd bring you a little cooking video, today. I show you how to make jerk chicken, how we make our jerk chicken in our house. So first thing you're gonna do is wash your sink with some soap and hot water with a sponge. Get all the creases, all the crevices, everything like that. I already did it, that's why I'm not really doing it in the video. Great acting, Shelby. Look at me go, yes. Scrub it, girl. But anyways, yeah. So then after you're done with the soap and water, hot water, take the vinegar and rinse out the whole sink. Again, up on the walls, the cracks, the crevices everywhere. So again, I'm going to be acting this out because I already did it earlier. So yeah. Okay guys, so at this moment is when I realized I forgot to do my freaking cloggy hole thing, or what is it called, plug stopper. So right now you're gonna watch me do the whole thing that I just did to the sink to the plug stopper. I'm putting on some dish soap right now, getting it all cleaned up. And guys, you're gonna want to do this because obviously you don't want no bacteria on your chicken. I'm doing this because I'm defrosting the chicken right now. But you're going to want to do this just to even clean your chicken. You're going to want to wash it in vinegar. You don't have to maybe do the whole soap and water thing. But we really didn't have a big enough tub to put all the chicken in that we were doing. Because when we make jerk chicken, we make a lot of it. So it can last a few days. Because everybody loves it in the family. So yeah, that's why we're using the sink. But anyways, you're going to always want to wash your chicken or any kind of meat with vinegar before you even cook it. So yeah. New tip if you didn't know that. Wash your meat in vinegar. Okay, so obviously now I'm just rinsing off the cap with vinegar because vinegar, it cleans. Okay, so now I'm going to be filling up the water with the water. Girl, what the fuck? So now I'm going to be filling up the sink with some vinegar and quite a bit because, you want to keep the chicken clean and no bacteria to grow on it. We got to be safe when we eat our food, kids. But anyways, yeah, so I'm just filling up the sink a little bit with vinegar, and then I'm going to put some water, cold water into the sink to again keep from bacteria. And those were my hands flailing because the vinegar burned my nose. This stuff is pretty self-explanatory, so I really don't even know why I'm doing a voiceover, but y'all can see, I'm dumping the frozen chicken or half-frozen chicken into the sink, to get it starting defrosting, because apparently, as my mom says, cold water makes stuff defrost faster. I don't know how it works, it just does. Now you're going to start breaking up the chicken just so it can defrost faster, guys. This is all for defrosting. If you want to go to the cooking, just skip ahead a little bit. Okay guys, now you're gonna need a large cutting board and a large cutting knife. We're about to start chopping up this chicken. Chop, just like I did on the video right there. But yeah, you're gonna get, ours is in two chunks, like the thigh and the leg, and we like to separate it. So I'm just going to be cutting the thigh and the leg separate. If you guys already have thighs and legs separated and all that jazz, then don't worry about this step. But if you do, cut your meat into smaller pieces, whatever type of pieces you want. It's all up to you for real. So you just have to cut between the knuckle and the bone thing, and it should cut right through. See, look, boom. Get it in the frame, Shelby. There you go, girl. There you go. Here I'm just showing you how to do it again. You're really just trying to find the soft spot, guys, to cut right through. That is all you're really trying to do here. Finally, y'all, we can fit our chicken in a bowl. This is the biggest bowl we have in our house. But yeah, so after you're done chopping up your chicken, you're gonna be chopping 2 medium onions, or I'm guessing you can probably do 1 large onion. It should equal out to the same thing. Okay guys, now you can really chop your onion into how big of chunks you want. We do it kind of like medium chunkiness because we like to have those bites of onion when we pour it onto the rice, the juice that's going to come from the chicken. So I'm just chopping up into medium-ish chunks. If you don't like onion, you can really chop this up to where you can't even see it. All up to you, girl or boy, whoever's cooking this. When you're done chopping up your onions, guys, just throw them into the bowl with the chicken. You don't have to worry about mixing nothing yet. We're going to be doing that at the end. Next, we're going to chop up 2 cloves of garlic. You can do more if you guys want. I would, to be honest. I like garlic, but you're going to have to chop this really tiny, fine. You know, you don't want to get a freaking bite of garlic and then boom, like your eyes are watering. But yeah, it adds a really great flavor. Now just dump your garlic into the chicken as well, guys. So now we're going to start adding in our seasonings. The first one I'm going to be adding in is just fine herbs. It's like a whole bunch of herbs chopped up. I put around a tablespoon of that in. The next seasoning I'm going to be adding in is all-purpose seasoning with pimento. It's really good. And again, guys, about a tablespoon to a little bit more. You guys can see how much I'm putting on there. Next spice is Cool Runnings Caribbean roasted garlic seasoning. You guys can put in like 2 capfuls of that, not capfuls, but at least covering the bottom, so probably around like 2 tablespoons. Sorry guys, we don't really measure for this recipe, we just kind of like throw in, and I'm just trying to like kind of show you guys what we do. So now you're going to be adding in your jerk seasoning mix. You guys can buy this from any grocery store. This is just Grace, the company. And we're going to be adding in, I would add in more than what I added in. My mom told me to keep putting in less, but I said we should add more. So you see me add like a little bit more, but even add more than that, guys. Add around like 2 hunks of the first, like the hunk I put in, like put 2 blobs of that in. Next thing we're going to be putting in, I was just showing you the tablespoon I used, is this jerk barbecue sauce, guys. We put this in for the first time and it kind of changed the taste a little, so obviously if you don't have this, you don't need to put it in. It's really not recommended. Now we're going to be putting in this Caribbean hot sauce. It's homemade hot sauce. So yeah, add in as much as you guys like. Again, you don't even have to add in any. This is all up to your taste. If you like it spicy, mild, we like it spicy. I would have added more, but again, my family doesn't really like spice. I'm the only one that really likes spicy stuff. They don't mind it, so I was gonna spare them their taste buds. Okay, we're gonna be adding in oregano, guys. Again, like probably a teaspoon of this. Teaspoon, yeah, it looks like a teaspoon. And then now we're gonna be adding in the dark soy sauce. This is just for color to darken it up. You guys pour this shit on. You're gonna need a lot. Like, just keep pouring until your heart desires, until you get that like nice dark jerk chicken color. So now we're just gonna massage all the seasonings in. Just really get in there with your hands, guys. It's the best way to do it. And this will be marinating for minimum 2 hours in the fridge. We usually do it overnight, but we forgot to take out the chicken last night and do it. This is why we're doing it today. The longer your jerk seasoning sits on your chicken, the better the result. So make sure you just do it the night before. It's easier. So I'm going to be using this metal disposable container to cook my chicken in, because that's what we always use, and it's easier to just clean afterwards. And I'm just going to be putting a little bit of water in the bottom of it, just enough to like keep the chicken from like sticking, or you know, whatever, kind of like almost enough to fill the bottom. So now you're just going to fill in the pans with the chicken. I try to stuff as much as I can in one pan because we have a lot of chicken and I don't want to be using like 8 pans or have to cook multiple batches. So just try to fit it in where you can. Okay guys, see this stuff? Do not throw it out. Do not throw it on the sink. You guys are going to spread this delicious mixture all over your chicken. This is like all the flavor, everything like that, guys. You're going to preheat your oven to 400 degrees and you're going to cook your chicken with the tin foil on it for the first 40 minutes. And then the last 20 minutes, you're going to take it off so it can get like all brown. And you're going to want to pour your juices out when you take off the tin foil top. But save your juices in a bowl or something so you can put it on top of the rice when it's time to eat. So guys, the next thing we're going to do is start on our rice. So you're going to need 1 can of coconut milk and 1 can of kidney beans. You can use the whole can of red kidney beans or you can use half depending on your preference. But you're going to need to bring that mixture, the 1 whole can of coconut milk and half or the whole can of red kidney beans, to a boil. So when your coconut milk and the peas are on the stove boiling or starting to boil, you're gonna measure out roughly 1.5 cups of rice, or I think I use more than 1.5 cups of rice. It's just really depending on how much rice you want to make. We make a lot, again, because we make a lot of chicken, so I put like 1.5 of these like cups to wash. Guys, wash your rice as well. This is parboiled rice. You're gonna wash it, you know, that's why it's in the strainer. And as you can see, guys, the rice water is so like cloudy. It's all the starch that's on the rice. This is why you need to rinse off the rice, because if you don't, all this is going to make your rice all gloopy and just not the best fluffy delicious rice you want. So you're going to wash it as many times as you want basically, but I like to do it until the water is clear, fully clear in the bowl, and then I put it into the pot. I'm done washing the rice. I'm going to dump it into the pot, and make sure, guys, you stir this every 2 minutes and keep it on low. It will stick to the bottom of the pot because of the coconut milk, and you can add in a Scotch bonnet pepper, but my grocery store doesn't have them. So once you've added your rice, guys, you are now going to add like 2 of these size cups, probably like 4 cups of water to your rice. It really depends on how much rice you cleaned in the beginning. So it's been about 40 minutes since we put the chicken in, and now we're going to drain some of the juice so we can take the lid off and it can like kind of dry up. So here is all the delicious juice that you're going to be putting on your rice afterwards. So now we're popping the chicken back into the oven for the last 20 minutes. So the rice is done now. As you guys can see, it's all nice and fluffy. So is the chicken. Look how good it looks. This is the pan we already ate from. And now you're just gonna plate it up, guys. My favorite way to eat it is having the rice on the side, a few little scoops, and then I like to put 1 thigh and 1 leg, or if there's a breast and a leg. And then I like to pour the juices on top of the rice and go eat it. So this is the end result. I really hope you guys give this recipe a try at home. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to join my family, and that like button, and comment down below what other types of meals you want to see. Bye, guys.
Riding, it's a big tall hills, big fat checks, big large bills, burn out fit like 10 car wheels, hold that, give raw shoes, send it for looks, and my looks so cute, like some of the